It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's right. I'm glad somebody said so. We've got a couple of people that might hop on here in a minute. I do see you there, Prime Red. Give me just a few minutes to welcome the folks and talk about a little bit of few things. I think I'm hanging out with my kids a lot lately because that's the way they talk. Because they're kids, they do things. Who do we have here? Grenadless Ray says, "Are we live or are we alive?" Yes, we are, and yes, we are. Fish Like a Girl is here. Beaver C, Skits Crasher, Jinju. We have Aaron Reese. Skits Crasher says for $2. Hello, Johnny O. Hello. Ziggy for the facts. Good to see you. Bandon says right on. Boats and Hose, says Charlie Welch. Boats and Hose. Omni, good to see you. Fish Like a Girl. Yes. So many people. Facty, good to see you. Tony Regime. Schrodinger's cat, who I've sent an invite to, is more than welcome to hop on and talk about some of the things we're going to talk about, because I have a couple things I want to talk to you about because you guys are awesome. The frickin' Pope is here. Watch out, everybody. The frickin' Pope. Anybody else? Syrian, good to see you. Stream Elements. I got to figure this thing out. I got away from Stream Labs, but went to Stream Elements. I think they're being just as whatever. Vlad the Impaler, good to see you. Alan S, hello. Gina S says, hey there at the plot hole. Hope you and family are healthy and happy. I've been avoiding these chats and downloads because of the anger they cause. Well, Gina, I'm terribly sorry. I don't want to cause focus. I don't want to cause any anger. No, I want to, we're here to have some fun. So yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have fun. Do fun stuff. Bridge the Divide. I don't know who that is. Hope you checked out his latest video. That was fun. He has there's a cameo by this really talented. It's me. Okay, I did the cameo. NTS, not today suicide. Hello, Stacy Hansen. Hello. I thought we were Memorex. Trans Girl, good to see you. Johnny B, you have one of the two best names ever. I wonder who the other one is. If your last name is good, spelled with an E at the end, yours is better. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So I'm sure all of you have seen this.
Is a computer code an algorithm capable of differentiating between genuinely fake news and somebody like me who makes fun of fake news? I don't think it is.
In 2020, the beginning of a pandemic left the masses in what seemed like a worldwide lockdown.
And God forbid your channel actually gets deleted, then you're left with no income.
With the average American spending 20% more time on YouTube, content creators capitalized on the opportunity, hoping to bridge the income gap caused by the pandemic.
If they're saying that I'm pushing this bad, dangerous conversation, why wouldn't they just let me add that and make everything clear? Because they don't give a shit.
But creators ran into new obstacles. Managing the ever-changing landscape of social media proved more difficult than most anticipated.
So, what happens now?
So I'm sure all of you have seen that. Now, hey, Roshan, good to see you. It's all about the crack. That's right, it's all about the crack. Let me go ahead and bring in a couple of my awesome guests. I hope they're here. We've got Mr. Schrodinger's cat and the one and only Prime Red. Good to have both of you here.
What's up?
Now, what the hell is I have a fire going behind me because it's like in the 40s here in Texas, which is like super cold compared. Normally it's like 88 million. Now it's 40. If you're like, it's really cold. No, the exterminator told us that we needed to burn a fire in our fireplace to make sure that the wasps and bees and whatnot aren't in the chimney. So,
that sounds like a good thing to do.
Yeah, that piss them off, make them come down this way and sting the shit out of me, I think. Yes, that was Schrodinger's cat in the trailer, believe it or not.
It was.
Yeah.
Along with your lovely wife, and I got to tell you, you're punching way above your weight class, dude.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why? What is she thinking? Like, why is she sticking around? I got no idea.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Because it's definitely not my looks. It's not the money that I don't make. Hey, Sybil,
No
good to
idea.
see you. I haven't figured it out. I stopped asking years ago.
It's just a mystery.
It really
There
is.
should be a team of like psychologists on this trying to figure it out.
I agree. But then again, I don't know if I want to know, because then I'll know, and then I'll be like, ah, man, I don't
Right.
need to
Yeah.
keep doing that. So no, we're good.
Maybe it's just pity.
I think that's what it is. I think she lost like a bet or something,
right.
or she
That
got
must have been
arrested.
some bet.
It was a hell of a bet. I don't know what the hell kind of bet she got into, but it was either a bet or she got arrested, and she has like the longest community service sentence ever.
Maybe it's part of a what do they call it?
Work release?
No. When you like turn state's evidence and they
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Witness protection.
witness protection, like maybe they were just like, we like you, but we don't like you that much. So as part of your witness protection, you're stuck with this dude.
This guy, this fucking guy over here. Yeah. My goodness.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair, because she was like not in my life for the longest time, and then all of a sudden she just appeared out of nowhere. I think that's exactly what it is.
Well, let's hope that whoever is hiding from is not a First Amendment auditor.
Oh man, I'd be screwed if she were.
Yeah.
Vlad and Impaler says it's big feet. Maybe. No, definitely not. No, I think it's the witness protection thing. I think we figured it out.
We got to the bottom of this pretty quick.
We did, didn't we? Fuck. Well, what if the people that she's hiding from are no longer a threat? That means she's like gone now.
But how would she know?
That's true.
Unless the FBI like tells her.
That's true. Maybe we shouldn't tell the FBI anything about this conversation.
Right. And you should probably private this video as soon as we're done.
As soon as we're finished, this video is going unlisted, privated, turned off completely.
The FBI already knows anyway, so
That's true. Yeah. Oh, Sam I Am says she knew the combo would be beautiful children. I would like to believe I had something to do with the way they look, but I've seen myself, and I don't think that's the case.
I never got a chance to tell you yet. You have a doppelganger.
What?
Like one of the dudes that's on this job with me. I've worked with him before. He works for another defense contractor. He's a sonar guy. And I saw him the other day, and I was like, that looks just like Johnny O. So I pulled up one of your videos on my phone, and I walked over to him, and I was like, dude, check this guy out. I was like, he looks just like you. And he said, holy crap. It was like, he does look just like me. Like the same beard. He wears the same glasses.
well, that's unfortunate.
He had a hat on.
Oh,
And I mean, if I can, because I don't know him that well, that I can walk up to him and just like, can I take a picture of you? But if I can, I'm going to get a snapshot of him and send it to you. But he looks just like you.
I feel sorry for this guy.
Well, he's way smarter than you because he works on sonar. So,
Well, that doesn't mean he's way smarter than me. That just means he's better than me. I mean, no, wait. Shit. Hey, Colony L3. Hello, Irish Stew, Sonia Garlic. Good to see all of you. Sybil, good to see you. Aaron Reese, I believe I said hello to you. But Vlad the Impaler says she's hiding from legalized drugs lawsuits.
oh, I got new news on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I talked to you about it whenever I saw legalized drugs video.
Yeah.
I watched this video thinking, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. Why would he put that video out of his sister doing improper service? Like what?
Okay, so I looked into this. Irish Stew, yes to both those questions actually, but I looked into this. In your state specifically, anybody who is over the age of 18 and not named in the lawsuit or does not have a vested interest in the lawsuit can serve, can knock and drop.
Yeah, and she is a named member of Stout, Stout, and Stout.
which is just
So
stupid and stupid.
yeah, but here's my lawyer's take on the whole thing, because I did have a phone meeting with him yesterday. According to him, there's only two parties that can do legal service for a civil suit in Virginia, and that is a sheriff's deputy or a licensed process server.
Right.
So, and well, first, the sheriff's deputies have this little bag that they use that they can hang on your doorknob.
Right.
A process server has to tape it to your door.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can't just drop it.
No, you can't just drop it. And here's the best part. There's a form that they have to fill out that says, I gave it to this person, or nobody was home, or I taped it to the door. And they have to send that back to the court.
Right.
It's called return of service. So she didn't do any of those things because she knocked, didn't wait for anybody to answer, and then just dropped it on the porch.
Oh yeah, she fucking said knock knock, drop, and ran.
Right.
Scared little bitch.
So I called the court today and talked to one of the deputy courts of clerk.
Please tell me.
clerk of
Please tell
courts.
me that they haven't even filed.
Well, no, he filed. It's filed, but I called and asked today. I said, "Here's the case number. Has there been a return of service?" And the answer was no.
Aw,
So if there's no return of service, then there is no
service.
there's nothing.
These people, this guy, he thinks he's the.
He
so
thinks he's
smart.
this law genius, but
He can't even spell law.
right. And the thing is, for the second time in a row, I had a consult with my lawyer in which he not only didn't charge me, he was like, "You don't need to retain me yet." He's like, "There's nothing here." He's like, if she just dropped it on your porch, then it's not. He was like, I said, just as an overabundance of caution, I'm going to call the court and see if there was a return of service. And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, but failing that, like, you don't even need to retain me right now."
That wasn't me.
So that's the latest on that.
That's so stupid. That I mean, when I watched this, I watched this video thinking, man, this can't be legal. So I looked it up and I looked at we talked about it. I looked at all the different things, and it just said, "No, this is so stupid." But
Yeah,
then
there's multiple reasons why it wasn't proper with.
Right. I spoke with. Go ahead.
He was in a car with her, and you could hear his voice.
Yeah.
That's got to be some sort of conflict of interest, even if everything else was perfect. The fact that he's in the car with the process server, it's not like, I don't think you can hire your sister. Even let's say she was a licensed process server, and let's say that she did everything perfect. She walked up, knocked, nobody answered. She waited a proper amount of time, taped it at the door. The fact that she's his sister, in and of itself, it has to be a conflict of interest.
I think so too. I think it makes her vested. I don't know. I don't know Virginia law. I'm not gonna pretend I know the law up there, but
I'm just saying common sense wise.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's a member of his fake law firm of Stout.
Some old dude for $10 says SOD monthly color update. The hair is globs of red and green. The beard is orange for COPD in my case. Check my channel for horrible image. Shameless plug. You shameless plug all you want. Thank you for that $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Doggy's barking. Doggy's barking. The funny thing of what happened, the funny thing what's happening right now is 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes before I started streaming, nobody was downstairs in the streaming area. Nobody. No dog, no kids, nothing. 13 minutes into streaming, here they all come.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, isn't it?
Okay, so part of this thing, I have a couple things to open here on the old stream. One is this thing right here. Let me make sure and show everybody my address. Look, there's a puppy dog. There's a oh, he's gonna fall. I can't take him right. Oh, I guess I'm taking the dog right now. Hi. There he is. All right, now you go. Oh, sorry. Now you go play. You guys go on. And then this box right here, which came from one of the awesome people. You stop that. One of the awesome people in the stream. I think Colin you here, right? So yeah, we're gonna open these suckers up. One of these is gonna be for some fun things we're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this guy here. Somebody's asked me about beard and about I can do this. Ow. See if decorating the beard and whatnot for Christmas. And I said I would do it if because I'm a whore. So we've got there's that. We have the beard ornaments. Now, what I'll do for each super chat that I get, I will ornament the beard. I'm not sure to. Oh, they're clip-on things, like just like this. Boom. That looks kind of weird, but anyway. I saw a bearded bunny for a minute on the stream. So yeah, in the tradition of being a YouTube whore, that's what I'm going to do. I have green ones and all different colors, and they're bells and all kinds of shit in here. So, being weird. Oh, I think you mean being a whore, Ziggy, for the facts. And now I know what this is, and I waited to open this on stream because I think it's fucking cool. So you guys are going to open this with me. We'll check this shit out. This comes from Colony L3. If you need some 3D printing, check Colony L3 out. Does amazing work. Let's see if I can get it. This is what happens.
Yeah, I've always been interested in 3D printing.
Get with Colony. Like I said, I should not have left my stupid kniff upstairs. All right. Punch that microphone one more time. Let's see what we got here. Bubble wrap is always important. And then all right, so this is an on-air sign. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
Cool.
And then I guess I'm supposed to put I don't know if I'm supposed to fix this on here or not, but it's my new on-air sign that's gonna live somewhere in the back.
Sure.
I don't have a plug to plug it in, or else I would and turn it on. But yeah, that's what I got. This is awesome. This is really cool. Lights up and everything. Thank you so much. It was really
the wife and I actually talked about getting one of those so that I can turn it on when I'm recording down in my my office / studio, so that she doesn't come knock on the door to ask me questions. So.
Yep. It's better than just a red light too. Although the red light works in different ways.
Yeah. Roxanne knows all about that.
Right. Put on a red dress. All right, so yeah, that's the mail call for the day. You see, I had a $10 super chat, so I guess I have to put one of these things on, don't I? So wait, that's the rule. Yeah, I'll leave that there. This is gonna be really weird. Colony L3 says for $1.99, I request a blue ornament. That was an extra pick. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. This is blue enough, I think. And goes there.
They don't light up.
I know it. I didn't know they didn't light up. I wish they did. But yeah, there we are. So, what is going down in the worlds of you guys? I know, Schrodinger, you're dealing with a serious legal situation.
Oh yeah, I'm totally terrified.
I know. I thought about
like it.
Yeah, I thought about sending a care package to you.
Right.
You know, like a soup or something.
It gets even better because one of my very first copyright strikes on my channel, which set the thing that set this whole thing in motion between he and I, was that I made a video about him and he struck it. And he had some like half-ass rap music of his own playing in the background. So I was like, oh, that must be, the problem. So I didn't even really fight it. I was just like, okay, I'll just let it expire. And it did expire. But then the other day I was thinking, you know what? Why not just protest it and see if it actually is copyrighted music? And so I did a counter strike.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out YouTube sent it through. So now this video is going to go back up eventually.
So here's a funny thing about copywritten music in videos. By the way, Thor Rasmussen, thank you for your 20 DK, your 20 dicks.
Those are dick dollars.
Dick dollars with the super sticker. It looks like the smiling fox. So here we are. Here's another. Boom. There it goes. So the funny thing about music is, and if I wish people would fight this every single time, unless you actually go and take the music itself, like unless you're just ripping the song and putting it up. If you accidentally catch music in the background, you
Right,
can fight that all day long. That's fair use because you're not targeting. Like whenever who is that? Shelley Long was trying to get into that Trader Joe's, and they told her no, but they had that Michael Jackson music in the background, and people were getting claimed for that. You can fight that and win that,
right,
because the idea of the video is not that song that just happens to be there. You're not going out of your way to record it to monetize off the song. They can't just say, oh, well, because my song is in there, this, that, and the other. Like, no, we're not using the idea isn't the song. It just happens to be the background. You can win that all day long.
In this case, it was some song that he recorded, but it wasn't copywritten. It was just he recorded some half-ass rap song, and it was playing in the background. And that's the basis on which he struck the video of him doing a dumb and getting arrested. So I was like,
Colony L3, absolutely, yes, Colony L3. Schrodinger, I hate to do this to you, but you're wrong in this, right? So here's the thing about intellectual property. The second I create something, regardless of whether I've registered my copyright with the Library of Congress or not, I own the copyright to it. I own it.
I understand that, but the beat that he used was not his.
I was gonna say, wasn't it borrowed from like the YouTube library?
Yes.
So how are you gonna copyright that, buddy?
Right. So that's the basis on which I was like, all right, let's just see if it goes through, and it did. Because what he does when he makes his little rap albums, he samples beats that already are, fair use. Right. And then he does his, raps about how he hates cops over top of that. And so, I mean, I guess it's there's an argument, I guess, either way, but what my thinking was, why not just roll the dice and see if it goes through, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
So he's left with two choices: the video goes back up, or he sues me again,
right,
for copyright infringement. And
again, has he sued you once already?
Well,
this current
not really
lawsuit withstanding. I mean,
well, no, because this one is for defamation because my subscribers were mean to him.
Yeah, and that's the funniest thing in the world. Like I reread the lawsuit. I guess I just needed to lose a few brain cells. Robert Caslow, what does a strike do to a channel? If you get 3 within 90 days, they'll delete your channel.
Yeah.
If
you lose the strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about the BS where people use Creative Commons music in their video, then submit the video to Content ID? So here's the funny thing about that. Those people have to, once you go through the system, they have to be willing to go all the way and actually sue you.
Yes.
And most people won't do that.
Nobody has done that to me yet. Not a single person.
Right.
In spite of the fact that multiple of them have said not only that they were going to, that they already had, such as PayPal Patty, said, no, I've already sued you. It just hasn't been served yet.
Okay.
That was like 6 months ago.
Service does take a little bit. I think it took the last time I was served, it took 6 days.
Right. Yeah.
So 6 months. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. No. They don't have a leg to stand on. It's just I honestly don't know why they do it. I was about to hypothesize about why they do it. I honestly don't know, because they have to know they're going to lose.
Well, okay, so this is the reason why people do this, especially these First Amendment auditors or frauditors or whatever. The same reason why that stupid Susan Bassey did it to me. It has a chilling effect.
It's a minor nuisance, yeah.
Well, no, see, but for me, for someone like you, it's not that. It is a minor nuisance because you have a much larger channel. But when you have smaller channels that are, quote, punching up at bigger channels, and Susan Bassey has a bigger channel than I do, subscriber base wise. I don't know about views or whatnot, but subscriber base wise, she can go and have the false DMC, and I have to be willing. And most people don't. They're not willing to go all the way to force the issue. I'm going to make you take me to court to prove that I'm infringing upon your copyright. I'm going to make you argue the case in front of a judge, because the fucked up thing is when they lose these cases, and they will lose these cases based on fair use, not only are they going to be responsible for paying attorney's fees, they're also going to be responsible for all the lost revenue and damages because of it.
And there's case law for this already.
Yes, this is well established.
Right.
Established.
Much to the chagrin of my wife, who yells at me about this every day, because I constantly beg one of these people to sue me, because I want to make an example of one of them. I want one of them to sue me so that I can take them to court and make an example of them, even if I lose money on the back end.
Right.
I don't care about losing the money. I want to make an example of one of them, but they won't follow through.
It's just a bullying tactic, it seems like.
It's exactly what it is. So what it does, what I was getting to, it has a chilling effect. Like when I put that Susan Bassey video out and she struck it killed that video for me. So it pulls it off. You lose it's in the intermediate. As long as it's been claimed, or as long as it's been struck or removed from YouTube, I lose all the views, all the stats, all the revenue. So there's a blank in my channel. It's a blank spot,
it falls out of the algorithm.
It completely falls out of the algorithm. So even when you do win it and they put it back up, it's never going to have the effect, right? So that's just lost revenue, period.
Yeah. So the way around that for me is every time I win one, I re-release it, make a big show of that I won it, and that's the only way that you can. It still doesn't totally get it back into the algorithm, but at least it highlights the fact that this dum-dum lost his copyright strike against your channel, and maybe makes the other ones think twice. But then we're not dealing with rocket scientists here. So we've already established multiple times they're incapable of learning. So they keep striking these videos, except for PayPal Patty, who suspiciously has not struck anything on my channel since then. Since I sent him the cease and desist letter.
Right. So yes, Fish Like a Girl, as soon as it gets struck for copyright infringement, what's supposed to happen is YouTube is supposed to remove any ad revenue that you've earned from that. They can't take your super chats or membership stuff, but they can take the ad revenue that the video has earned, and they're supposed to send that to the copyright holder. But again, once it comes back, you know, well, it never should have been struck, or it was a false DMCA takedown. Then I'm supposed to recover that ad revenue.
Yeah, but we know how good YouTube's word is.
Right. Now that money is supposed to stay in escrow until everything is resolved. But the process is so well, it's not convoluted, so to speak, but it takes a long, like for me, it took forever. It took well over the 2 weeks that Susan Bassey had to prove that she was taking me to court.
Oh yeah, I've got one right now that since the Counter Strike was forwarded has been about like 3.5 weeks. It's supposed to be 10 to 12 days for them to show that they've taken some court action. It's been like 3.5 weeks, and that video still has not gone back up.
Right.
So they're YouTube's just not doing their job.
Right.
I mean, it's going to go back up, but
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time.
Sure. Yeah, I had to reach out to YouTube like, hey guys, this is well past the 14 days, the 10 to 14 business days, way past that. Can we figure out what's going on? Because, you know, this should have been resolved. She has not, obviously she's not taking me to court. So can we get to, and then the next day it was taken care of.
Yeah, maybe I need to go ahead and do that because this one, I mean, normally, because I've had so many, I'm like the guru of counterclaiming copyright strikes now. I think I've had maybe like 24 at this point,
which is insane. It's unheard of.
It is. I think I would be surprised if somebody on YouTube doesn't have more false copyright strikes than me. But at this point,
there is a gamer, a guy who reviews games. I can't remember his name, but he did a video about it a year, 2 years ago. He was complaining about this 2 years ago, talking about all the false DMCA claims that have hit his because of he fought Nintendo and beat Nintendo on these things.
Right.
So he might have you beat because he has a whole, he showed a list of just fucking pages and pages of these things.
Yeah, I mean, the law is clear about it.
Right.
But YouTube is so lazy about it that...
Well, YouTube doesn't give a shit about us.
No, they don't even check. All somebody has to do is say that it's copyright and they take your video down.
Right.
They don't have to prove it. They don't have to show any evidence. They only have to allege it.
Right.
And
somebody posted a comment on one of your, I think it was on the video, the latest video you put out, talking about, well, because they're not swearing an affidavit, it's not perjury. And I'm pretty sure we are swearing an affidavit whenever we make a copyright claim.
You have to click the box that says that you double checked and that it is copyright. When you strike somebody's video, you have to click that little box. Just like when you click the box to do the counter strike, you have to click the box that say, I double checked and it is fair use.
Yeah, filing a false DMCA is supposed to be illegal.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It is. But the problem is it's not like throw you in jail illegal. It's countersue illegal. Like I could take Susan Bassey to court and sue her for damages.
Right.
But all I'm going to get would be the estimated ad revenue that I lost, plus court fees, lawyers, attorney fees, and whatnot. And all that's going to do is the court says, well, yeah, now you do owe him all this money, and she never has to pay.
I mean, right. And that's what the cease and desist letter that my lawyer sent to PayPal Patty said was, don't strike any more of his videos or we will sue for, all the things that you just listed, lost revenue, court fees, lawyer fees, all those things. And let's be honest, he could never pay, but that's what he would be subject to if he did go to court. So it would be just like an outstanding debt that he could never pay.
Right. Now you could go and put a lien on him.
Right.
Not really a lien, but you can get I forget what it's called.
Wage garnishment or
Wage
something.
garnishment or some shit. Some states will let you do it, some won't. I don't think Texas will let you do it, but you can put something on him that says if he wins any kind of, like, if he goes to Oklahoma and wins a big jackpot, that
Right.
the state knows to pull money from it to pay you.
Right. Or if he did actually get a job, which I don't think is ever going to happen. They could garnish some of those wages. But
Taco Josh Gaming for $2 says, I had 24 copyright claims, not strikes, in an hour stream. That's crazy. Thank you for that $2, by the way. All right, here we go. Here goes another one of these.
yeah, I've gotten a few of those strikes, like when there's music in the background or something like you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
I typically just don't even bother with those. It's like, okay, I just don't get any revenue from this video. But some of them, it's pretty simple because YouTube does have some of those tools where you can just, click on it and it'll just say, okay, we'll mute this like 8 seconds of the video. And then it gets remonetized. Like if it's something like that, I'll just click that. And then it's like, okay, now it's monetized again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check those out. But
Calling the L3 member for 2 months for the Plot Hole Crew. Thank you very much. Says affidavit, softset translation, after David. That's true.
oh, it's so funny how often I hear them say affidavit with the D at the end. Affidavit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you don't even know how to pronounce it, you probably don't know what it is.
Yeah. Aaron Reese says at the Plot Hole, how many of these jerks do you think are evading taxes by not filing their YouTube earnings? If they do, that'll catch up with them really fast.
Yeah, that will.
YouTube
That's pretty dangerous.
everybody. YouTube files, so that'll catch up with them.
Yeah,
really fast.
they'll catch up with you.
Tones overthinks it for $5. Says just sue them for harassment, severe emotional distress, and violating your constitutional rights, since fraudsters claim and apparently always win.
Right.
Thank you for that $5 super chat, by the way. Can we get one of these guys right here? Let's see. Where's it going to go? Right there. Try and keep where everybody can see him. Anthony Bosque says, what did I miss? You missed nothing. You're right. We just started. You're good.
These frauditors, especially like with the state of the courts right now, with the current pandemic going on, they don't understand how tedious it is to sue somebody. Like all of these people think like you can just sue somebody, you're going to court next week, and then they're going to give you a whole bunch of money.
No,
like you're talking in the best of cases.
Yep,
you're talking years in court to successfully sue somebody.
Yes,
but in all of these videos, especially like the frauditor videos where something happens, like when they get trespassed from the post office and they're like, this is a slam dunk suit, I'm gonna get millions. No, you're not, dude.
Mm-mm.
At best case, you're gonna spend a whole ton of money on a lawyer, and maybe they'll settle just so they don't have to keep going to court, and you might get a couple $1,000, and your lawyer's going to get most of that.
Right. So people don't understand. It's not like, oh, I won a $35 million lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson that, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to get $35 million.
Right.
Even if a company pays, it's going to be over the course of so many years.
Right.
And
you're going to spend tons in lawyer fees.
Yep. Your lawyers are going to take about 60% of that.
Yeah, especially if they take it on a contingency.
Right. Oh, yeah. If you do that whole, like the ambulance chasers,
yeah,
man, you're paying at minimum 75 cents on the dollar at minimum.
Yeah. And all the court appearances, all of the I'm blanking on the word, when they bring you in and you have to like testify on record.
Oh yeah, depositions.
Yeah, you got all those. It's just the juice isn't worth the squeeze, people.
It really isn't.
But they think it's just a lottery. Like if they can go out there and get trespassed from a post office, then they're going to be millionaires the next week.
Right.
These people are that dumb. Like,
All right, Sonia Garlic, this jingly one is for you. There we are. For 10 New Zealand dollars. Thank you very much. If you have a chat you want to read out, let me know. Just at me and I'll get to it. But yeah, no, you're right. These people think that, oh man, I'm just going to be able to. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
yeah, they think there's this like cheat code to life.
Right.
Like I saw a story about a guy one time that he was in prison and he kept breaking out of jail. Like he consistently was able, he was clever enough to figure out how to break out of jail, but he kept getting caught and getting sent back to jail and having time added to his sentence. And he finally said, the best way to get out of jail is to do your time. And I think that's analogous to these people. Like the best way to have a good life is to get a job and be a productive member of society. There's no cheat codes in life.
None that you really want. None that you really want. Because
I mean, there's a fluke every now and then.
Yeah, but that generally involves like,
something extraordinary,
like a fucking mail truck running you over, or
right?
Something that puts you in a wheelchair, or
right,
that you just really don't want.
Not something you can just go out and orchestrate.
Right, exactly.
Tones, especially when it's obvious that you went out and orchestrated it.
Yeah, like whenever I see those people that I know you guys remember back when you had people that would like go out and purposely get hit by semi trucks.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking stupid shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I remember reading, I know it was like a 2020 thing or some bullshit where people were going out there intentionally trying to get fucking things wrinkling, intentionally trying to get semi trucks to hit them.
Yeah. Or the people that would they would find a really nice car, like a super nice like Mercedes AMG, swerve in front of it, slam on their brakes, and get rear-ended. And then all of a sudden their back is like totally messed up. That's why I run a dash cam in my truck all the time. Just for that purpose. But there are these people, and First Amendment auditors are the modern proliferation of those people that are trying to orchestrate some sort of way that they can get free money because they just are too lazy to get a job.
I remember reading that. I don't know. I remember watching that news story and thinking, these people are you're willing to risk like death.
Right.
You're willing to die for
to not have to get up at 7 and go to work.
Right. It's just so stupid.
It's not that hard. My alarm clock's already set for 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, so I can get up and go to work, climb onto a submarine and do a little bit of work. It's not that hard. I get to hang out with my buddies all day. We make jokes and, talk crap to each other all day and then, come back to the hotel. It's not that hard.
I mean, here's the thing. Hey, Angie, good to see you. And Up and Out, good to see you. Oh, Cindy Sue for $5 says, I can't let y'all know I'm here unless I super chat or do a sticker again. It's a conspiracy, I tells you. Hi, all. Oh, I could have swore I said hello to you earlier, but thank you. Thank you very much, Cindy Sue. This green one is for you. Oh, that was a rhyme. Look at me.
Yay.
I'm like Tupac.
Oh, no.
No, definitely not like Tupac.
It's sort of like a little bit of like Mr. T type thing happening there, except it's
I pity the fool who.
Yeah, pity the fool that does super chat me.
Do you know why or what thrust Mr. T into popularity? What his big break was?
I
Rocky
say
III?
it's when he fought Hulk Hogan on wrestling.
No, this is what got him noticed by everybody, but talent scouts and whatnot. So he used to compete in the bartender or the bouncer. That wasn't like the bouncer Olympics, but the bouncer games or some shit like that. And there was one particular event that he was like tops at. And pardon me, but it was the midget toss. I wish I were making that up.
The word has it like he's a really nice guy too.
Oh yeah. He is his B.A. Baracus character is
Yeah,
like the antithesis of
right. I think he did like a lot of charity work and stuff.
yeah. He's broke, he broke himself doing charity work and gave up all of his money and whatnot. But yeah,
Right.
I think he's a minister now.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Something like that. But yeah.
But yeah, if you watch the A-Team, you'll notice he has like a signature move that he does where he like tosses guys over his head.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
I used to love when I was a kid. That was like one of my highlights. Like back when you had to look through the TV guide to see when shows were coming on.
Yep.
Like I'm dating myself really bad right now, but
Oh no, my father used to have a subscription to the that and Reader's Digest.
right, yeah. All my dad had Reader's Digest, yeah. But yeah, you had to look through the TV guide to see when the shows were coming on, but you only had like 7 channels, so it wasn't that hard.
Right.
But I couldn't wait for the A-Team to come on. I think I saw every episode when I was a kid.
Yeah, for me it was the A-Team. Well, my brothers and I was the A-Team.
So the Incredible
Knight
Hulk.
Rider.
Well, yeah, but there was one that was one season, and it was
There was Airwolf.
Well, that was 2 seasons, but Airwolf was one of them too. But no, what the hell was it
No,
called?
Airwolf was 3 seasons.
3 seasons, right? It was like a Dirty Harry spoof.
I don't know.
They had 1 season, and the last episode there was a nuclear bomb.
Buck Rogers, I remember.
Oh yeah.
Battlestar Galactica was one of the other shows back then.
Yep, Hogan's Heroes. But
There was so many good shows back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were lots of good shit.
I mean, it's funny because back then, like I said, we had like 7 channels. Now we got like 700, but the same amount of good shows.
That's it. Sledgehammer. Thank you, Tonya Sweeney. Thank you. It was Sledgehammer. You guys remember Sledgehammer?
No.
That's what I call my junk, but
yeah.
Oh, let me take that back. That's what the ladies call my junk.
Okay.
My goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna get a text here in like 5 minutes. It's gonna say, "What ladies?" Oh, speaking of Sledgehammer,
I'm a Peter Gabriel fan.
There he is. No Peter Gabriel's? All right. I like Genesis. No? Fucking no. SAPC upgrade says 999 channels and nothing to watch. It's actually 666 channels if you remember. Stay tuned.
I loved when I was a kid Saturday mornings. You'd run downstairs, eat a bowl of cereal in front of the TV because my parents. That was a special exemption on Saturday mornings. I was allowed to eat cereal in front of the TV, watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, absolutely. It was that's the thing. Cartoons were I don't know. I don't watch cartoons anymore because.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't really watch television. Anytime I turn something on to watch, it's for the weekend horror. So I watch a lot of horror films. And I have to be careful when I watch those because the kids, they don't like to be scared. And then sometimes jail shows some of the fucking most foul movies. The remake of Castle Freak.
You still can't get over that, can you?
Would you be able to get over if you were just, out and about, and you had no idea, you didn't know that this version of Castle Freak existed? And you're like, Castle Freak, I remember that one. That's guy, what's his name from Star Trek DS9? This is cool. Like, wait a minute. No. Here's a lizard woman who just decapitated a naked chick having sex with a dude and then jumps on and has sex with the dude. And then at the end of the movie, some other random naked chick is going to, squirt out a giant tentacle from her vagina.
Oh, yeah.
What's
that's
wrong with
fucked
that?
up.
And no,
you say that like it's a bad thing.
Right. That sounds like Friday night for me.
Again, it's not going to be a movie that leaves anything to the imagination. You get to see all of it in its full slithery glory.
Zero. Zero to the imagination.
Zero to the imagination.
Makes it brilliant.
So no, I think that one has a little bit of a mental scar.
They're not all like that. They're not all like that. I showed one on Discord a couple of the night before last called Gaia, which was a recent one that just came out. That one was really good.
Angie, sounds like your Tuesday. Oh man.
Tonya Sweeney's got the right idea. Wake and bake with Pee-wee's Playhouse in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Mecca like a high, mecca hiney ho.
That's right. You knew that dude was. Colony L3 for $1.99 says, love watching Mystery Science Theater 3000. I binge watched it last year. I love that show. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw, what the hell was the name of that movie with the worms? You know what I'm talking about. It's a really shitty horror film.
Tremors?
Not Tremors. No, it's literally about worms.
Is it about like earthworms that eat people?
Yeah.
That would be Squirm.
Squirm. Yeah.
Where the worms actually get into the dude's head and turn him into a worm man, and he starts acting like a worm and trying to bite people and stuff. Yeah.
And then somehow he gets consumed by the worms at the end of this, which is so weird.
That sounds like one of the better movies on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Actually,
It was one of the better movies on.
It's better than freaking Mono's Hands of Fate, although the what they were, the stuff that they said about Monos was fantastic, because the whole that's where I get the I wish those big hands would just push him over.
Yes, Space Mutant is one of my personal favorites.
What was the one? There was one where there was a cutaway scene of like the UFO going across the screen, and it was like the universe was just like this, and then you could tell it was like a matte background being run past a stationary object, and the other thing Crow said, "Man, that universe is really trucking."
Anthony Vasquez, yes, I watched that movie dozens of times.
So I got to do a thing that a First Amendment auditor will never do. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So I got to be up in 8 hours. So
okay,
I'm
before you bounce out of here, I wanted to talk really quick with you about the documentary and your involvement in it, so we can kind of build up some hype.
Sure, yeah.
So, as most of you probably know, I have finished the documentary. It is in the can and set into some film festivals, Dallas International Film Festival and the Oak Cliff Film Festival for now. It'll be in more open up next year. Schrodinger's Cat was awesome enough to sit down for an interview to speak about some twice, yeah, about something. Yeah, right. Should have been 3 times, but no, I'm just kidding.
3 times a lady. Sorry.
I just didn't have enough stamina to go 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, who does it? Who does it our
age? At my age?
I said, who does it our age?
At our age, we're lucky to go once.
What the hell do I look like? 23? Are you out of your mind? You look like you got 1.5.
Shit. So, what type of experience did you have?
What was that? Was that a question for me? How did I like the interview?
Yes.
He got the 1,000-yard stare over there.
He's talking about all your your multiple experiences.
Yep. Your 2 experiences.
Johnny was gentle, and he stroked my hair, and
you ain't got no hair.
He gave you some aftercare.
He's over there staring into the darkness. The horror.
Yeah. Well,
the horror.
He told me just to relax and let it happen, and that everything was going to be okay, and it was largely that was the result.
Yep.
Were you guys filming Castle Freak 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Castle Freak, the male version of tentacles coming out of.
What's that Family Guy joke? It's kind of like sex with Kobe Bryant. No matter how much you kick and scream, it's gonna happen.
He did tell me that I could scream all I want, but nobody was going to hear me. So,
Yep. In space, nobody can hear you scream.
Okay, this got really dark.
It did. It did. I expect YouTube moderator to come in any second now and say, "You're done."
YouTube's just taking over. It's like, okay, no more. Break it up, guys. Break it up.
Well, okay. So, as an executive producer, what are your expectations?
What for the performance of the? I haven't seen the final product yet. I know Mrs. Cat did. She told me about it today, and she said that she really liked it. She thought that it was a good product. So, come what may, I'm satisfied with my input, and just based on knowing the quality of the products that you do put out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be really great. So,
well, I hope we can. Like I said, I hope we do. I would like to be selected for a few, and then that'd be really nice.
yeah, it'd be super cool. I mean, I do have a tuxedo, so I'm ready for the red carpet.
Very good. Very good. Yep. Cat,
Hopefully,
Cat was volunteering your miles. That way, if there was a
right, yeah.
so if there was something in New York or on the East Coast side that she's like, "Oh, don't worry, just go ahead and enter."
Yeah,
he's got miles. He'll get you over there. I was like,
I mean,
okay.
hopefully there's not some A-list actor there that accidentally shoots me with a revolver.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Oh, that's oh no.
Too soon?
That's
Too soon.
Well, I mean, what if the gun goes off by itself? You never know when that's going to happen, right?
I just have
At our age,
I just have to ask: Did y'all see the George Stephanopoulos interview with Alec Baldwin? Did y'all check that out?
I heard that it was a train wreck. I haven't actually watched it yet.
I didn't hear it was a train wreck, but what was most interesting about it, out of the whole thing, was the assistant director is the one who handed Baldwin the gun and told him it was a cold gun, which is
Right.
weird because the assistant director normally wouldn't do that. But
Shouldn't
it
do
was
that.
Yeah, it was kind of all hands on deck because people had walked off. And so, but when they were doing the rehearsal, they were doing the gun pull over and over and over again. The assistant director was standing not 4 feet away from Baldwin the entire time and said Baldwin never put his finger on the trigger. The problem was that he had the hammer cocked back. And at one point he had his thumb on the hammer. And then at one point he let go and then the hammer snapped. And
Right.
that's what because it's an antique Colt. So
Yeah, and on an antique Colt, that's exactly what would happen.
Yep.
right.
But
So
the thing is, like, if you follow the basic rules of handling a gun, treat every weapon as if it was loaded. Don't point any weapon at anybody that you don't intend to shoot. Don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Treat every weapon as if it was loaded. If you just follow those simple gun safety measures, you almost I can't think of a scenario in which you could shoot somebody if you just follow those. Even if somebody hands you a fake weapon, you still treat it as if it's a weapon until you verify that it's not.
Yeah, and so that doesn't exactly make sense because if he had cocked the hammer all the way back, it should lock in place. And the only way to get it forward is to pull the trigger.
No, not on a Colt, like a Colt Navy. If you pull it a little bit farther back and release it, it's going to snap forward.
Right.
Yeah, that's like I guess you could call it a flaw in the old weapons that
he wasn't using an actual antique though. He was using just like a replica, right?
I think the story was they accidentally gave him the wrong thing or something like that. I don't know.
It's a whole convoluted mess.
It is. I'm not, I couldn't get any, determination as to like who was at fault or whatever. But it was like
Right.
it's kind of like a chain of a systematic failure across multiple
Right.
Yeah, there's
And-
always an error chain.
Yeah.
Like
And
multiple
the-
people messed up.
The first and foremost is that someone brought live ammunition onto this set. So, and then it just comes down from there.
But just for
yeah.
everybody listening, if anybody ever hands you a weapon at all, they could tell you 10,000 times this weapon's clear and safe. Don't believe them until you check the chamber and check the magazine and verify that it's clear and safe. It's like that's basic first day boot camp. Clear and safe your weapons before you treat it like it's clear and safe.
Mhm.
If he had done that, that poor girl would still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Syrian, good to see you. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. You know, we had a stream about this when it happened, and there are so many different things that are plausible and a little bit different about what happens on film sets. Now, everybody talks about this like, you know, this happens all the time on film sets, and it's just these things. Like if you look at the safety record of Hollywood film sets, they are pretty damn good, with the exception of the high profile cases that we're aware of.
Right.
And
Well,
there are 3 shootings that I can think of. The blank suicide.
yep.
That
I remember that one.
suicide. The Brandon Lee incident.
Brandon Lee, yeah.
And then there have been some other accidents on stage or on set, like with Jonathan Brandis, not Jonathan Brandis. God, what's his name? Jesus Christ, the '80s Twilight Zone film. You know who I'm talking about?
The incident with the helicopter.
With the helicopter, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. That was high profile case. But for the most part, you know, the system that they follow, the system that they trust, has kept people safe and out of harm's way for, you know, ever since that Brandon Lee incident. But again,
That's one thing, at least on this. Hollywood films studio films are so hardcore about their safety that this stuff is not like every other day. This is not a thing that happens that anyone should be like, you know, this is what happens when people screw up, when people cut corners, and when people try to, you know,
Right.
do things as cheaply as possible without it being planned.
And,
You know?
and, you know, to be fair, in the military, we don't have a, 100% success rate of not having unintentional, discharges of weapons.
Right.
We do it as well. I've been on ranges where somebody made we call it a negligent discharge, because there's almost no chance of having one without it being negligence. But it still happens. It's just
I've been
when
in
you have
line-
that amount of number of instances of handling them, something's going to go wrong at some point or another. So I mean, I can't be too hard on all those people, but if they had followed the rules, it wouldn't have happened. Is
Sure.
all I'm saying.
I was in line at the dining facility, and they have clearing barrels to make sure we're, absolutely 100% sure that your weapon is unloaded, and people fire into that clearing barrel. Like,
Yeah, I've seen people fire into clearing barrels.
jeez. Anyway, you get out of here. Go. Rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to not being awake.
Before you bounce, Schrodinger, I got to ask: are you excited about the prospect of potentially hosting a debate between me and Nephilim Free?
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
absolutely.
Why
Yeah,
don't you just smash your head with a hammer and just...
I was
Take
listening to
yourself-
him earlier today talk to somebody, and he's absolutely nuts. I shouldn't be saying that as a potential debate moderator, but I still intend, and that's the intent of our new channel, is to be, regardless of what we think, fair moderators, and that's the intent. So yeah, I'd love to do it.
I'm deeply curious as what's going to happen, seeing how his last debate performance, he rage quit off of MDD because James attempted to moderate him because he was doing one of his, he was behaving how he behaves. And
I don't expect that debate to happen to either happen or last longer than 10 minutes.
Right. So, I did watch that debate, and if that's how he intends to behave on, on our channel, then he's not going to get any more success than he did there because the rules will be upheld.
And I will thank him for the W.
Yeah. Yep. You rage quit. That's a W for the other guy.
Yep.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Have a good night, bud.
All right. So, how is everybody? How are you doing there, JL? Your video was a good one.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of how it came out. Getting all of that done, that took, that was like 11 hours.
Yep.
Because I had about an hour and 15 minutes worth of footage. Because I basically shoot everything all at once, and then I chop, and then I cut it all up.
Spike the mic.
And I spike the mic, yes. But then I chop it all up, and I keep what I need, get all my takes in one fell swoop, and that was it was really intense. Then of course the editing, just to make sure that the timing was good and everything was solid and sound was good. There was one point actually where I had to go back, and I actually realized that I screwed up, and I was like, crap. So I had to go back, and I had to ADR myself so I could then plug it into the video, so to cover where I messed up, and because my one good take was wrong. So, but it worked out, and I'm glad that everybody enjoyed it. I'm glad everybody got a good laugh. It was probably the funniest video I've put out in a while, if not the funniest. With your help and with Irish Demon and finding that clip of PhD Tony. So it was kind of I wanted to make an impromptu get together of the Beardsmen.
Of the Beardsmen,
So,
yeah. I thought Irish Demons little ending was pretty good.
What? And it was better. It turned out better than I anticipated, because I was sitting there. I was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just be working? Record yourself just working, and then look up at the screen and say what?" And that was gonna be it. So, and I was like, but then he made it so much better. And I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." He's like, "What?"
It was good, yeah.
What?
TK Tellermax says, "Hey, so what's up with the face hair at the plot hole?" So any super chat that comes in, I have two. I have ornaments, some that are jingly, and then some that aren't. So any super chat that comes in, I will be placing another beard ornament in. I have this red one here that anybody who said that, like I said, I would like to see a red super chat, but I'm not going to be that guy. But I got a few left. So super chat away. I'll decorate. My daughter came down here just a second ago, looked at me and said, and then ran away laughing. I'm the Christmas pirate. The Christmas tree pirate. Yeah, there we go. No offense, but Catman and his regular panel guests like to pick on easy targets. They quickly found out I was out of their league, and they avoid me and ignore me because they are too afraid. I don't know anything about that. You have to take that up with Schrodinger.
Who are they? Who is that anyway?
Oh,
Broken. You know who? He's laughing. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Somebody who's hanging out on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Is that a First Amendment auditor or?
Thank you, MSCB Bergie.
Maybe you heard me on Catman's panel. He was on a Catman. You're talking about Schrodinger. You're talking about Schrodinger, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know Schrodinger did panel stuff, unless
he's had a couple of debates.
I don't know why anyone would debate Schrodinger's cat. He will fucking destroy them.
Depends on what they're debating. I could destroy Schrodinger's cat on a few debate topics.
I probably could too.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm not a debater anymore. You're a First Amendment champion.
Ooh.
Do you have Queen playing in the background whenever you do your thing?
I'm a First Amendment champion.
We are the champ. I'm just kidding.
So is this person an auditor?
I don't know.
Does this
Seems that
person
way.
does this person realize that the First Amendment doesn't apply to private entities? The private entities can set the rules in their property and their businesses. Probably
So
not.
about the about
Johnny's like segue.
hard segue.
Brrr.
Yeah, over the bumps and everything.
Fucking Paul Blart.
It's like that scene in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles where they're driving down the wrong way, and there's another car. Like, hey,
You're
like, "Oh,
going
guys,
the
we got
wrong
this. We
way."
got this.
Oh, he's drunk. He says we're going the wrong way. How the hell does he know which way we're going? Yeah, how does he know? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How does he know where we're going?
Such a funny movie.
You're going to kill somebody. And that shit was funny.
Oh, it was great. It was great. Oh, jeez. All right, so yeah, let's talk documentary here. Did you see this? Did I show you this, guys, already? I know I've showed it on Tina's channel, but have you seen this, JL? Let me share this really quick. Boom. That's the movie poster.
Sweet.
Very cool.
Yeah, I likes.
Dig it.
Yotega Studios.
Yeah, that's the I've been doing things under that started out as a dart team between my buddy Yo-Yo and I. He was Yo-Yo, I was Tega, and we put it together and we were a dart team. We had lots of fun.
Okay.
We used to play each other all the time, and he got mad at me one day when I no look beat him. It was so fucking great.
Oh, missed opportunity on the poster.
What?
Could have been a crack through the YouTube symbol.
It is cracked.
Is it cracked?
Yeah, the bottom of it.
Let me see.
Yeah, we reshare this here. Boom. See? Down at the bottom, the whole thing right there at the bottom is cracked.
Oh, I thought that was something in the foreground. Oh, okay. My bad. Maybe my screen is just not high resolution enough.
It
Could possibly be an issue with your artwork.
Looks like lightning bolts.
No, it's not.
Actually, yeah, I thought they were.
There are some lightning bolts there, yes, but at the very bottom of the freaking thing, there's a gigantic crack.
I seriously thought it was. I thought it was like a tower of like binary and shit.
Yeah.
But it didn't say like crack.
You're not
like
the only one. Me thinks.
See, look, yeah.
Around too. So
I was thinking like if there were cracks, it should be like this. It should be like you can see me, right? They should be like all through it, and then that should be like that could be like into a big chunk. But then also what would help is seeing the like where the chunk of that YouTube went. Like where did it go?
Yeah.
Like if it was falling out and stuff was pulling out, they indicate that this is a chunk missing. So that's okay. Your artwork is great.
Or maybe it should go all the way through the YouTube.
Yeah, like it should spider out. Like it should spider out. Like the whole thing is broken.
Yeah. I'll make sure.
It's the indication of the documentary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll go back and have the artist rework the whole thing.
But your artwork is great.
And you can pay me my regular consulting fee also. That'll be fine.
Yep. I'll do that. The regular consulting.
It's like the Rock. It's like the Rock on Saturday Night Live. Hey, good note. Great note.
Jesus Christ. At the very bottom of the freaking thing is a giant crack. Every person who's met Glenn Serio.
Okay, what is this Glenn Serio running gag? I'm not getting it.
You don't want to. Don't. You could dive off that. You want to talk about.
Talk about what? Glenn Serio?
Look. Glenn Serio is to First Amendment auditing as Darth Dawkins is to atheism theism debate.
Oh no.
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah. I think that's pretty. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. Extremely accurate.
He's like very expert and shit.
Yeah. He the hilarious thing about Glenn Serio, and I don't generally make fun of people who are big because I myself am a big person.
Oh, I didn't want to assume that it was because he was fat.
Well, okay, no, I am not making fun of him because he was fat. I'm making fun of him because he's fat and he threatens that he can whip everybody's ass.
He's an idiot.
With a leg sweep. He's going to sweep everybody's leg.
He ain't gonna sweep. He gonna sweep nothing but food into his mouth.
I mean, there's still that video of him and Officer Rojas when he challenged him at this. He's a mutual combat. He lives in a mutual combat state, and Rojas said, "All right, cool, let's go, let's do it, let's go," and went outside and was ready to, he's like, "Put the camera down, take a swing, do your thing," and of course he bitched out like a little.
Sweet heaven, no!
See what I mean?
And he's got the flop sweat.
Yep.
Comb over and flop sweat. Oh.
Yep. He's
and Glenn Serio is the internet sad sack. I am. Yes. Oh.
He's a winner. That one is. Let me tell you, it's yeah.
And nothing but sweep the crumbs into his.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and cut the damn cake because Glenn Serio is going to have a heart attack if we don't eat again soon.
Yeah.
a little wedding singer at a 40.
And this guy's a First Amendment auditor.
Glenn Serio, yeah. He is more a cop agitator. Hey, Michelle.
And does he ride around on like a rascal scooter or something? Or how does he get to these cops?
He drives his house. He drives his house.
Officer!
Come back here.
Yeah.
My scooter is going as fast as it will go. Come back.
The funniest thing about
You're not George R. R. Martin. I'm George R. R. Martin.
The funny thing about everything he does is he's always challenging people. He runs up and anytime you want, you put the badge down and take your belt off. Mutual combat, we'll do it.
JL is destroyed right now.
I do. I got him. Yeah, he's done. He's done for. He's done for. Hey, Prestona, good to see you. He is done for. JL's gonna cough up a lung.
I'm okay. Ooh, that was funny when he did the come here, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah. That's what happens. I mean, he's out of breath. He's out of breath before he can get the words out. Before he even just walking to the scene, he's out of breath.
Oh, Fatty McGee, you're the fattest. We're going to fucking hell.
Yes, but we're gonna enjoy the
ride.
George Carlin is in hell, so we're gonna be in good company.
It's pretty. He's out of breath just breathing. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Wow, dang, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
that was great. I'll fight him. I'll do it. I'll go up there.
You don't know because you won't be able to get the stench.
Oh, no. Well, this is perfect because I don't have a sense of smell.
You will have a sense of smell with this one.
It's like Jake the asshole. He wouldn't take me up on it. He was like, I'll take anybody.
All right,
and I'm
let's go,
like,
Jake.
okay, let's go.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I want to fight FCFE.
Of course you do, because he's fucking 4 continents away, and he's not going to come over here.
If that astronaut weren't on the moon, I'd fight him.
Yeah,
What
right.
are you
Exactly.
doing?
Yeah, what is that? Fucking yeah. That's what I don't like. I don't like all these. A lot of people talk shit about Charlie Zelenoff, right? And that kid, he's mentally not there. He needs serious mental help. But he at least got into the ring with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder fucked his world up.
He fucking wrecked his shit.
but Charlie Zelenoff, and I don't know if he's brave enough or he's just stupid.
Stupid enough.
But
Stupid enough.
He did it. You know what I mean?
That ain't bravery. That's just dumb. That's just country dumb.
Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, at least he got into the ring with Deontay Wilder. Now, this Jake the asshole and Glenn Serio, once they'll talk a lot of shit, and I guarantee you, any one of us will step into the ring with any one of those fools, and they'll bitch out. I mean, you know what I mean? Because
we've been, I mean, we're not. Obviously, it's not like we're like like veterans or like this, but you and I have seen.
Right.
We're old enough. We've seen our fair share.
right,
Growing up. I mean, and
we recognize an all talk when we see an all talk.
Right. Oh man. Damn, that was funny. Just picturing him on a rascal going after a cop. That just like warms my heart. Get back here.
Get back here. Yeah, Charlie Z is completely delusional. I don't generally punch too much down towards Charlie Z, because as funny as it is watching him talk shit and get his because he's a fucking asshole. He'll go sucker punch people at gyms, right? Oh, let's do some light sparring, and then just fucking sucker punch these people and tell everybody how he's the greatest boxer in the world. And I'm 315-0. Like, no, you're not. You're 0-1. The only real licensed boxing match you've ever been in, you got beat because you kept running out of the freaking ring like a scared little bitch. But he keeps blah blah blah, and he'll talk shit. He called fucking Deontay Wilder up and hounded him, and Deontay Wilder ignored him until Zelenoff started talking shit about Deontay Wilder's daughter. Then Wilder hopped on an airplane from fucking Alabama, flew to California, and said, "All right, cool, here I am, let's go," and then just beat the shit out of him. Because of course he did.
From Greenbow, Alabama.
You're in Alabama. You killed a good old boy.
Oh yeah, my cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Let me clarify this for you. You are in Alabama. You killed a good old boy.
Yeah. You come from New York. At the bottle, today was the day that Glenn got his court decision. Wish I knew how to find it. I'll look into that, Alana. I'm not sure if he actually had his day in court today. I think he had it stayed for some reason. He got it pushed for some reason. But yeah, I need to check it out. Because I'm curious. I want to know. He's supposed to go to jail for 5 days. I don't understand why it's taking this long to get that fat fuck to sit in jail for 5 days. I'm thinking because they want to clean his cell out first. And then, puts what is that stuff you put down to keep stains from taking, what is it called? Scotch Guard. Yeah. Scotch Guard the whole goddamn jail.
Oh, I was gonna say turpentine.
That too. Fucking hell.
Scotch Guard, freaking what was it? Crap. It was gonna be the crap they do for pets in apartments. Pet Guard, that fucker.
Oh, jeez. Yep, he got a continuance. Won't be back in court till February. Of course, he's getting a continuance because sometimes that's. I understand why our system works the way it works, but sometimes it's broken.
Really, really, really like a continuance.
Yeah. I'm kicking my own ass.
Oh man. Damn.
Hey, I still have a bunch of ornaments, folks. So, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, you have one of those good laughs that you just like.
That
You know you're gonna
you can go to sleep with.
You know you're gonna sleep well that night.
Yeah.
That
There you go.
Damn, that was good stuff.
Yep. Where'd it go? Everything done by CPS is retaliatory because they refuse to follow the law. The guy who lost his kids, fiance, and job because of his sovereign BS. Yeah, it sucks. That's the thing I don't understand. Speaking of that type of stuff, really quick, did you guys see the news story about this dude who went to family court to plead to the court to get visitation of his kids because his kids were taken away because he and his wife were real pieces of shit, and this guy shows up in full Nazi regalia, like the whole uniform and everything,
Like an SS guy.
yes.
Wow.
I don't think showing up like a commandant to the to the courtroom is going to help your case. I'm throwing it out there as a suggestion.
Don't do that. Sonia Garlic for $5 New Zealand dollars. I'm assuming you want me to put one of these things in. Here we go. Boom. Thank you very much for that. And wait, we gotta put that. There we go. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But why would you do that? Why would you think that's a good idea? The kids were taken away from them because of this type of stuff. And you're like, hey, by the way. And he's all, oh no, come on, I'm a great father to my children.
I'm teaching them all of my great values.
Yes, I'm teaching them all these. Like, come on, my goodness.
I have a terrific father for my children. I am teaching all of them about the great heritage.
Oh man.
Today,
Insubordinate and churlish.
Today, there is actually the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's December 7th. This new job has got me all fucked up with dates. I completely spaced that it was December 7th, and I had a sailor on. What the fuck is wrong with me? Such a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put myself in the corner when I'm done here.
Slipped my mind for a little bit too.
Yeah, my goodness. Now you served too, right, Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the Navy, right? Or were you in the Army? Army, that's right. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only person who forgot the freaking Pope says, holy crap, it's December. Stacy Hansen from 499 says, every time you move your head, I hear the bells and look to see what my cats are running around getting into. Thanks for confusing me this late night.
That's funny.
Well, let's add to it. Here we go. Thank you very much for that. There's another one. And then MSC B Bergie for $4.99 says, pick an ornament. All right. Here's another one. Golly. Wait, stop. There's that. And then Thor, thank you very much for that $4.99. Thor for 25 dicks says, can you make a full view of JL's Door of Horror? Yeah, I can do that really quick. Let's see here.
Oh, they want to see it?
Yeah. Thank you for that, Thor. And here's I'll putting it on I'll wait till I take that off of JL so you can see me put it on there. Yeah, look at that. That's not a door. That's an actual human being there. What JL did is he took his wife and stuffed her. And then, I mean, not his wife, his wife, and stuffed her. And then, yeah.
And then I bought a
mask,
a life-size figure to go in there after I stuffed her.
That's exactly what happened. All right, this one's for you, Thor.
Who was that who was asking for an up close?
That was Thor.
Thor Rasmussen.
Yep.
Thor Rasmussen. If you go to Week in Horror's YouTube channel, go to Week in Horror, and in the community tab, I took some up close pictures of Jason with and without the mask, so you can see it like up close and see all the detail. So if you go to, it's in the community tab on Week in Horror's YouTube channel.
I keep telling JL he needs to decorate the behind the Jason with some sort of wall art that's Friday the 13th ish, or he should put like a spike with somebody's head on it. I think that would be cool.
Interesting idea, yeah.
He says it all the time, but I know what that means. That means, fuck you, Johnny. I'm not going to do that.
It's not mean fuck you, Johnny. It just means it's an interesting idea. Like you got to read shit into it.
Because I know who you are. Thor says, thanks, JL.
You're very welcome, good sir.
Did I see Marvel? Tina, did you sneak in? There she is. Hey, Tina, good to see you. Yes, James Taylor, my kids come down and say goodnight. They are awesome. So yesterday, I wanted to talk about this. It was mildly traumatic yesterday, but I think I need to wait because there's a youngster down here. I don't want to talk about it right this minute. So as soon as that youngster goes up to bed, we'll talk about it.
Well, we can talk about before it goes to bed. One thing I totally forgot to do.
What's that?
Was on my last live stream. I had a thing in there in the description that I was going to talk about a big change for the channel, and the big thing I was going to talk about was rebranding.
Knock it up on everybody, which is cool. I think you just did it. He's like, fuck it, here it is.
Yeah, it is. The idea was that I kind of wanted to do it, but I wanted to test the water, see what people thought. And so I rebranded. So it is now Bridge the Divide. It is no longer under my name because I have some, and I'm going to talk about this on my next live stream. I have kind of some large ideas as about kind of ultimately here's what got me on that last live stream with the crazy person.
1 second, time out. H. Madison, very happy birthday to you. Many returns.
Yes, happy birthday.
Sorry, go ahead.
So that last live stream with that crazy person it rattled me a little bit. And the reason it did is because I don't like being unprepared. I'm trained to be prepared. I'm often very prepared. The only time I like being unprepared is when I am intentionally unprepared.
Right.
So, which even then is preparation. So, but I don't like being caught off guard. And that really did. It caught me off guard. The guy gave a total different presentation of himself before I set it up, and then he came on and behaved that way. So I was like, and it was really sticking with me. I was like, I know I can't be in control of every single person, just like you were telling me, Johnny. You can't control every person that's going to come on. You really don't know how they're going to act. You take it on, you just kind of take it, and then you keep going. And luckily, a lot of people love the dumpster fire because it pretty much elucidates the point that you're making. So I was sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I really just put a focus on it. It's like, well, what is my focus? What am I trying to do here? What is like the end goal? Is just to spread knowledge like this? Is just keep doing this forever, or have something larger in mind and like a goal, like a major goal, to work towards? And I think I have that now, and it's something I'm going to discuss on my live stream. Like, where is my channel going? What is the intention? 100,000 viewers, 100,000 subscribers, and just sit back and just keep making fun of idiot theist arguments? Sure, I could do that, but I want to be working towards something. I want to have impact, and with everybody's assistance, everybody's help, how amazing my channel membership's blown up and everything. I'll be able to. I got to put that to use. I got to do something, and it's got to be more than just dumping it all back into the show. It's got to be real world effective. And I think I know what that might be. So I'm doing a lot of studying. I'm diving into don't take it the wrong way, I'm diving into some political things, not for me to be in politics, but things I need to be aware of in politics. Sure. Because I may have plans, but I don't know. So, I think that's where it was, where I think that's why I was so unsettled by it. Because I was like, it was just kind of like, it was like a reflection. It was like, is this just going to be it? Just dumpster fire, just bring crazy, rando theists on,
Well,
and that's
but
just
here's the
future.
thing. So the thing is, yes, Thor Rasmussen. I'll get you that link here in just a second. Here's the thing: you're going to get those every now and again, right? And
Mhm.
the trick is to not fall down that rabbit hole of seeking out the dumpster fires.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's okay to have one every now and again. You know what I mean? Especially when it's this past person who completely misrepresented himself and then came out of the woodwork like the jackass that he was.
Right.
Keeping It Criminal, good to see you. Aaron Reese, good night. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. James Taylor, are you going to sing Fire and Rain for us? Or sorry, I couldn't help myself. So, like I said, it's not like you purposely are going out looking for these dumpster fires. You were trying to have an actual conversation with somebody who wasn't interested in a real conversation.
Right.
He was
So far, I'm 2 for 3. So
right. Yeah, he was interested in coming out to say, "Oh, hey, I would love to talk to you about this, that, and the other," knowing that he really just wanted to shit all over you and your channel.
Right.
So every now and then it's going to happen, and milk that one time. Chat, use it. Fucking hell, use it. Shit all over him back.
I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy a good dumpster fire.
Yeah,
and I will say it was you putting out your you working on your documentary and pushing forward that concerning the community and what's going on with YouTube and the livelihoods of people that do this for a living. You focusing on that was kind of an inspiration, and then realizing, wow, and not to dump on other channels that focus on the dumpster fire and that's their bread and butter.
sure.
I just got that realization, that kind of like that moment of clarity, that I don't want that to be. I don't want that to be the future of my channel. It's just
Right.
So what's the focus? What is my primary goal? What am I going for? I'm going for. How about bridge the divide, like the legitimate thing, not just conversations. Conversations are important, but not just conversations. Do something, like go out there and do something.
Yeah, right.
See
No,
what
for
you
sure.
can affect. So I think that is my, and I have some ideas. I have some plans. Maybe I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. That's one of the big things I want to discuss on my next live stream and kind of get people's feel for it. It's kind of like what they think, and they may be dumb ideas, they may be good ideas. I don't know, but I guess we'll discourse on it.
Yeah, that's cool. Absolutely, definitely want to push that idea of bringing two sides together, have an actual intellectual conversation. James Taylor is singing for us in the side chat. Thank you very much. Tones overthinks it for $5 says, "It's the holidays, so jingle bells, Glenn just smells. Soft-sits all get tased. Flat Earth's dead." And Silence Boy said, "She spit me in my face." That was a good impersonation.
Jingle bells, Glenn just smells. You gotta sing it, man. Sing those lyrics.
I'm more like Christopher Walken. Just say it,
Jingle bells,
Jingle bells.
Glenn
smells and
Or William Shatner. Jingle bells.
jingle.
Jingle bells.
Tough sits. They all get tased.
They'll get tased. And then Silence Boy says she spit. Face. Little Bear for $4.99 says you're looking a lot like Jack Sparrow. Well, here's a jingle bell. One more jingle bell. Let me see if I get this. Where the fuck is this gonna go? Right.
Actually,
There it is.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. I have one more that I'm saving for that. It's a red jingle bell. It's the last one.
do you like red balls in your face?
Ooh.
I've got red balls on my face, blue balls. Ooh.
Oh, no.
You take care of that.
No, I don't take care of that. Oh man, terrible.
I'll play your game, you rogue.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
This man's only funny because he reads from a card. This man reads from a card.
We were talking about, you know what? I think the little one, she's not so little anymore. My goodness.
Is Jocelyn?
What's that?
Is Jocelyn?
No, Jocelyn's in bed already. She goes to bed
right.
much earlier. There was Constance, who, some old dude says better red than dead for $5. And you know what? Some old dude, just because it's you, I'm going to go ahead and put the red one in there. The red jingle. I was saving the red jingle bell for that red super chat, but
some old dude is awesome.
Some old dude is awesome. If I make it work, stupid. All right, stuck. There. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Yes. Yep. Blue ball. Tone Regime says at the plot hole, blue balls is a sign of a successful no nut November. Oh, geez. Anyway, so here we are. Yesterday my Constance, she had a Christmas concert at school. She was singing in the choir, so I missed the last one, the Halloween one, which I was really upset about because I like to be involved in their things, and I had work and whatever, didn't care. This time, it's Stacey Hansen. That's a good one. Anyway, so I talked to my, I didn't let my bosses know. I just knew that I was going to leave work early to make sure that I got to the concert on time. So I left early and going down. That depends. Fish like a girl. We can talk. They're going down 121. I avoid the toll road because I'm cheap. Let's be honest.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Save the money where I can, I guess.
Fuck the NTTA.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the NTTA. I don't like toll roads. Whatever. Who cares? But I'm not one of these assholes that drives the toll roads and just doesn't pay them. I don't drive the toll road. Oh, I'm sorry, Jail. I didn't mean that towards you. I meant that somebody else. Anyway,
it's quite all right because that was my civil disobedience against them. The double taxation of the end that the NTTA is committing on North Texas is absolutely unacceptable. So that was my civil disobedience. I'm just not gonna pay it, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's pretty much it. Well, there are things they can do, but they have to catch you first. And with those kind of numbers that they're putting up every day on 121, there was no way they were going to catch me. So
no. So here I am driving down 121, driving through Louisville, and I don't know if anybody who follows like the news pages that put up all the accidents and whatnot. Yesterday, there was a motorcycle accident on 121 in Louisville, and it was as bad as you can imagine, right?
Damn.
So I'm going. It happened on the eastbound side, so the opposite side that I was driving. But I mean, and those business portions of 121 that drive through Louisville, it's just like one next to the other, right? So it's not like it's so far away. I'm driving down. I see the lights and whatnot. I see the lights and everything, and there's an accident up here. And then I get closer and I see the motorcycle, and it used to be a crotch rocket, right?
Ouch.
And then, I am in my mind, I'm telling myself, don't look, because I just don't like to see that type of shit. You know what I mean? It's different when it's on the movies because it's bullshit. It's like, oh, that's just make believe, but real life stuff. Well, of course, when you tell yourself don't do something, what do you fucking do?
Absolutely do it.
You absolutely do it. So and in my defense, I was checking the mirror to make sure that the people, the others, because they were shuffling even our side down to one lane to make sure there was enough room for all the emergency vehicles. So I checked my mirror, and as I checked my mirror, I caught, I looked and I saw a body. So it was one of those things that was like,
It's like where they had to scrape the body off with a spatula.
It was not good. You know, it wasn't good. Luckily, they had most of them covered. But
kind of reminiscent. There was a motorcycle accidents are always the worst, but there was a motorcycle accident. Same on 121, but it was at the 121 75 exit.
Yeah.
Where it ramps up and goes up about 80 feet.
Yeah.
And then curves back down on the 75, 121 keeps going. But a guy was trying to run from the police and was on a motorcycle and hit that ramp, went up that ramp doing like over 100, lost control of the bike, hit the guard, hit the cement deal going up and 70 feet straight down.
Yeah.
And I think his memorial is still out there to say this was years ago back when I was working at QT, but I remember they had pretty much the whole of 75 or the whole of 121, that whole area shut down and cordoned off. But trying to run from the police.
Yeah, it's one of those things. That took me back to one of my oldest memories. Hey Elizabeth, good to see you. All right, Kick, go get your what was it? The Thanos powers. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that video or not. The guy who got all 5 of the booster or the whatever.
All 5 of the boosters. That's funny.
Yep. Thank you, Kick. Take care of them kids, man. We gotta get together and have that barbecue. Anyway, so that took me back to one of my oldest memories as a kid, driving down 199. This is back in the 80s. 199, even to this day, is still considered one of the deadliest highways in Texas because of the way that it's made, right? You've been down 199 through Sampson Park, through Lake Worth and Azle.
Oh,
yeah. And you know that there are places where they have crossovers. But
there are places that are dangerous. I didn't spend as much time down there. I spent, because where I live, I spent more time on Preston, and sure. Preston is also really, really dangerous.
Yeah. So when I could have been more than 4. I think we're 4 or 5, maybe 5, but we're driving down 199 and, my father, again, kids in the back, he looks and sees that there's an accident, and he saw what happened. He saw the accident. He knew that it was a motorcycle accident and the grotesqueness of the mangled body, that the police were circling around trying to keep people from seeing, but there just wasn't enough cops there at the time. And, telling us kids, hey, look at the deer over there, trying to do everything we can to make sure that pull our attention off of the accident. And, it's one of those things that you no matter what, you're going to look. And being as young as I was, seeing that stuff, it's one of those things that when you're 4 years old and you see a dead body for the first time, it's kind of jarring. And yesterday kind of like brought that back. And it's just weird. You know what I mean? It's that weird sensation that you think you're over stuff like that until you get presented with that situation again.
Well, I've always thought it was odd like that. It's like, why does it hit people so differently? It's because, and I think it's an uncanny valley thing. That it's real, but it doesn't look real, so it's weird. So it's like it's that's why it's so arresting when you first see that, because what to be a reality is not jiving with what you're physically seeing.
Right.
Especially the first time, it can be severely traumatizing, especially when it's graphic like that. There's been a couple where even I was kind of like, I don't want to like see some of that stuff, but yeah, it's hardcore.
Yeah. It was just an interesting experience. Being thrown back into that, that 4 or 5 year old mindset again. All right. Well, there we go. Fuck that conversation. Let's get back into Fish Like Your Girl says Thanos powers. That's right. Thanos powers. Beaver C says, at the plot of something OPT and I talked about is finally going to happen this Monday. My colonoscopy. Missed me to make the appointment. Well, good. Hopefully everything. It's going to sound funny the way I say this, but hope everything comes out okay. Drinking that stuff to get to the point for the colonoscopy the night before juice.
Oh yeah.
Helped 2 people with that. My father, well, kind of my father. I just got the stuff for him and took it to him, and then an ex of mine had to do a colonoscopy when she was really young. But yeah, that stuff will you'll lose a lot of weight. It shit cleans you out.
It'll clean you. It's like drinking Drano. It'll clean you out, but leave you hollow inside.
Elizabeth says, "What happened to your beard?" Well, I got these here beard ornaments. Wait, where'd they go? So yeah,
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Habsburg? Sure, not as much as jumping onto a bicycle with a seat missing, but it hurts.
No, I miss that. I miss those movies. James Taylor says, "Great seeing you at the plot hole. Got to get to work soon. Peak season at UPS sucks. Peace, people. Bye all." All right, James Taylor, have a good one. Thank you for hanging out.
Oh yeah.
The only thing Kick can do, well, I'm not Kick. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. It's one thing to have a disagreement about whatever, but we're going to keep it civil. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about that.
Oh, what is this? Come on.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to say about it. We're going to keep it civil, period. All right, Thor, let me get you that link really quick.
Was it BSBT? Bullshit bitch tits? No, I'm sorry. It's Broken System, Broken Trust. My bad, guys. My bad. I was wrong. My bad. It's not bullshit bitch tits. It's Broken System, Broken Trust. Got it in the back,
we're gonna keep it.
guys.
We're gonna keep it civil. Come on.
Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
All right, let's see here. Here you go, Thor. Boom. There you go, Thor. That should take you straight to it. I hope. Thor's asking that link that I just put in the old chats. That's for the new plot hole shirts and the plot hole logo with, this logo here. Boom. I need to plug. Did you see this, JL? Did I show this to you? Did you see this on the thing here? This guy here.
Oh, it's sexy.
That is awesome. I'm going to plug this sucker up and hang it on the wall here soon.
Light it up.
I'm good. Well, I need to find I don't know if I have a plug over here. Let me see. Hang on one sec. Be right back. Let me see. Be right back. You guys entertain the masses while I do this.
All right. What is this? I timed him out. See if he can keep on topic. Well, yeah. He seems to think it's funny. Anyway, so cool. So yeah, we've taken over. So while I have everybody's attention here, I'm very curious because there's a lot of people here that are big supporters of Johnny O, and they're also big supporters of me, and I do appreciate all that support. Same goes for Prime. So let me ask you, Prime. First and foremost, do you dig the rebranding? Do you think it's more professional? Do you think it just looks better?
I haven't actually checked out your channel since you rebranded it, but the name of the channel sounds cool. It sounds interesting. Sounds professional. Bridge the divide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I dig it.
Awesome.
I dig it.
I figured kind of like separating it from just myself, so it's just like me going out there, but it's like because every single creative content I open up with "Welcome back to Bridge the Divide," and of course, be safe, be active to each other, and together we can bridge the divide. So I figured this is kind of the angle that I want to be going. So I figure this is the best way to kind of establish that this is an effort. It's not just me running around the internet going, "Oh, we should be better than we are," but I wanted to really, really, start putting forth putting forth the image that we are working towards something. So more people can be a part of it, which is really, really cool. Instead of just hey, it's JL. It's like, no, it's Bridge the Divide with your host JL. So I can introduce myself, and I think it'll work better. So because it always felt a little redundant, saying, hey, it's JL, the channel is JL Warren, and then I come on, all my credit content is like, hey, I'm JL. Well, no shit, you're JL. It's your name on it. So it was like, it always felt a little redundant. So it was like, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Anthony Vasquez. I appreciate that. So I went with the rebranding, and I think it looks good. I think it's simple. It's effective. It gets the message across what I try to do. And then, of course, I have the content that goes along with that. So yeah, I'm glad that people are responding to it positively, which is good. And
you're no longer just JL anymore. You got that brand out
right
there, like you're doing something. You get
Well,
something that you want to accomplish. Yeah.
It definitely makes me sound more interesting because just JL is not that interesting. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's just a dude. He's like, oh, what is this? What is the purpose here? It was like, it inspires questions, not just be like, oh, it's that guy with the beard who really doesn't like religion.
Yeah, it's like, what divide are you wanting to bridge? And you
Right.
want to learn more about what
He's
all
trying
that
to
is
bridge the divide from the right leg to the left leg.
about.
Yes, around my head. So-
I was going to say with his cheeks being the bridge. But here it is, all turn on. Let me see. Let's do
Nice.
that.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Does that? Where did you have obviously had that custom made? Who made it for you?
Colony L3. In Colony, if you're still in the chat, yes, do plug your Etsy store. Absolutely.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
So yeah, if you like cool things, 3D
So-
printed, Colony's the way to go.
Still have some walnut in my teeth. My wife made walnut fudge.
Walnut
So-
fudge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just the way of saying you found the peanuts in your duty?
Ugh.
That's gross, dude. Really?
Oh, gee.
You know, I talk about a lot of really wacky shit, but I have not once got into coprophagia. You know?
You being the guy who surprised vagina tentacled us.
Yeah, I won't go into like the consumption of excrement, man. What are you talking about? Dude, that's gross.
You're not into scat?
No.
There's a line you jail won't cross.
There is a bound here, lines here. We will not cross them in a civilized society.
Stroke Assaulter says, wow, that escalated quickly.
It did escalate quickly. It went to a place where all of us are really uncomfortable.
Yes, Matson, that is a wall neon sign. It's on air sign. That way, whenever, because it's, as long as it's plugged in, it'll still be on. And whenever I'm on the air, I have a switch.
Oh, Tony Regime. No, stop, dude. That movie was just why? Why does that movie exist? I mean,
The same reason the freaking remake of Castle Freak exists. Okay.
No, the remake of Castle Freak is amazing. That's a horror movie.
All right, the thing is, there is an audience for everything out there. Anything you can think of, somebody's going to want to see it.
See, me gets it. Fudge is never an innocent subject.
That was, what is that? Yeah, it's fucking John Waters, man. John Waters' film, was it Pink Flamingos? God, that movie would.
Oh yeah.
Don't go and watch this scene. Now everybody in the internet.
Now everyone. Yeah.
Remember
Don't
what we talked about
follow
just a few minutes
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, I totally. It's all I could think of was don't go watch it. And then of course I said it on the internet. Now everybody has to go watch
Yeah,
it.
now it's like, oh, what are you talking about?
Oh my god, I just probably inadvertently triggered a revival of this movie, and there's going to be a remake. Don't. No.
No, what you're supposed to say is, do go check this out, like right now. And everybody's like, nah, I don't want it. Nah, I don't want it. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Stroke Assaulter. That went off faster than a 15-year-old boy in a Sears catalog. I can see her knees.
Yep. Me says, thanks, JL.
No, don't watch it. No.
It says, luckily, I have willpower. The willpower to go watch it. Oh,
It will change the way you look at society.
Never and ever. Speaking of Kent Hovind.
Oh, no. Wait, is he in jail yet?
No, because he has continuance, but
Really need a continuance. Objection. On what grounds? Because it's devastating to my case.
Jeez. Overruled. Good call.
Good call.
Yeah. All right, Extra Jake. We'll see you in a minute. But no, apparently he is being reprimanded pretty hardcore by YouTube. So much so that he had to make a backup channel and then changed his content. He
What's he
changed
being reprimanded for?
his anti-vax, anti-COVID rhetoric. But telling him, you need to stop that shit. Yes, Prestonic, I'll have a cup. Thank you. But now he's going someplace else. He's going someplace else to do his stuffs. Hey, Richardson Jr., good to see you. R. Richardson Jr. says, hey, guys, just popped in for a quick minute and off to snooze land.
Well, he's got his little sidekick doing shit for him now, doesn't he? What was his name?
Matt
Powell.
Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently what they're going to be doing on the channels is they're going to be doing like just little quick short things. They're going to do all of the live streams on some different platform. So I really hope they backdate his sentence to include all the time wasting. Now, here's a funny thing about his when he didn't take that deal, when he said, no, I'm going to go ahead and appeal it. He was only supposed to serve 30 days in a 1-year sentence. But because he's appealing it, if they uphold it, he's going to serve that year, the full year. With, of course, time off for good behavior and blah, 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 blah. So he'll probably do like 6 to 8 months, realistically. Yeah. So he's going to do longer than 30 days in jail because he's not going to be able to beat this one.
Can we go visit him? If he goes to jail, can we visit him?
We can.
I want
Why
to
would
visit.
you
I just want to like, Hovind, you got visitors, and then he'll show up, and we'll pick up the phone, and we'll just laugh at him.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me it's that fat motherfucker J.L. Warren.
And his fat fucking friend Johnny.
like that fucking old man could do shit.
Apparently, he's a trained martial artist.
Right.
I'm serious.
I took jiu-jitsu for 15 years.
Yes, trained martial artist, and he body slammed his girlfriend because he lacks that kind of control. Bullshit.
Well, you know as well as I do that just because you can do things and you're supposed to be a certain way when you train, doesn't mean you're always going to.
If he was training legitimately with the sensei, he would have established that level of self-control. He would have had that. That's part of the training, and that you don't react that way. And then bad
teacher.
No, this is true. But an opponent who has no chance against you, you don't mess them up. It's just like that's
hang on, time out from the game. Broken system, broken trust. This is it. We are not transphobia, homophobia, all that will not be tolerated, period, at all, even a little bit. That stops now. This is the only time I will tell you. Mods, if he continues that shit, you know what to do. Period.
Who is this asshole?
Like,
who is he? Where has he shown up?
He's been in
He's the First Amendment auditor.
Yeah.
Is that all he's got?
Pretty much.
Is that like what is it? Bullshit bitch tits. Is this like the sum of your fucking life? Is this it? Is this what it has boiled, what it has literally culminated to? Like if you were to boil it and scrape off the top, this is what you've got. Right? This is it? Take a hard look at yourself, Chief.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, that stuff's that won't fly, period.
I'm sorry, me. I know the feeling, me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The moisture of the oyster.
Jesus Christ.
Moist. Where did I hear that? I can't remember where I heard that.
Look,
moisture.
okay, I'm going to tell all the
It
mods.
makes my oyster moister.
Anybody who's a mod of this, anybody who's a mod of this channel, homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, misogyny, that stuff, that's not tolerated here. No one is going to be made to feel less than a human. No one is. I'm not going to allow anybody here to talk shit like that to anybody. Period. It's not going to happen. So I apologize, trans girl. I apologize that you had to deal with that shit. It won't happen again. Daryl Lamb, if that's his second time out for that shit, then somebody just go ahead and hide him. If that's his second time out for transphobia or homophobia, because I won't put up with that. Period. Will not do it
At all.
You don't have, here's the thing. You don't have to agree with somebody's lifestyle, and that's fine. I'm not going to tell you what you have to believe or what you have to think. That's fine. You can believe and think what you want. But on this channel, everybody's welcome to be who they are, so long as it's not a degenerate piece of shit. And people who talk shit or make fun of people because of people who use homophobia or transphobia or racism, sexism, any of that, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You can First Amendment audit your ass out of here.
Oh God, what a piece of shit.
Yep.
I'm sure you believe in the right to travel, so
Yep. Travel on
exercise your rights.
Yeah.
The articles of consideration. People are so fucking dumb.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm shocked that it's wild that officers have to go through like training in case they deal with these people. I am glad that Irish girl.
Yep. Yes, Elizabeth.
Control S. Save that. So it's weird that officers have to go through training now to deal with these people. And I am very, very glad that the federal government considers them to be a domestic terrorist group.
Who's this?
The federal government.
Sovereign
Citizens.
Yeah.
So I'm quite pleased about that because the stuff that they're citing isn't in effect anymore and it was essentially before we were ratified as the United States of America. So you're taking legal precedent of that is not of this nation.
Right.
And when you say, oh, the Articles of Confederation, blah, 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 that was when there was 13 freaking colonies, you moron.
Yeah. 13.
And everybody was on a horse or on foot.
Hey, Stephen Alley. Glenda is sus. Can we vote him out? Sure. Vote it out. Well, it's been 2 hours. I gotta record something for good old Brainy. And then
Nice.
Do some other stuff. Do be sure to look for the plot hole. Golly, let's start that over again.
Oh, that's not good.
What
Tones just said.
I missed it.
I found Broken Systems channel. 2 of his videos specifically target a Marvel girl.
Like I said, that whatever that type of hatred, I just don't get down with it.
I don't even forget it. I don't even understand. Like what is the point?
I've never understood how someone else doing things with someone else that doesn't involve you in any way, shape, or form affects you in any way, shape, or form. What 2 consenting adults do with who cares?
I think maybe it's because they won't do it with him.
Maybe. Some old dude for $5 says, I think that is why they don't like being called soft sits anymore. It equals terrorist. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm glad the federal government's cracking down on him because that stuff it's so stupid. And all it does is put people in danger. and it takes the police away from doing their jobs
So-
when they could be doing other shit.
It really does have a snowball effect because it does put people in danger. It diverts attention from our already limited,
overtaxed law enforcement system. Yes,
right, and then the legal system altogether when they want to take these suits to I'm going to sue because they won't let me do whatever here. Blah 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 blah.
there should be a legitimate greater effort on behalf of the public, other than just like people on YouTube or people on social media making fun of these people, because when these idiots go out and get themselves arrested, okay, and they're all morons who are going to lose. Who do you think is defending these people? They don't have attorneys. They have court-appointed attorneys.
Public defenders.
They have public defenders. The state will provide you an attorney if you cannot afford one. We are paying for their representation. Our taxes, our state taxes go to pay their representation.
Yep.
These people are being defended by our dollars.
And here's the worst part about what these fools are doing. All these agitators and they detract from legitimate people who have legitimate complaints. I'm not going to sit here and say that all cops are great, because they're not. I mean, that's a sad fact. Not all cops are great. I said it, and I think there's plenty of evidence to back that statement up. But the problem is when you have these assholes who go out there specifically to agitate cops doing their jobs. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You detract from people who have legitimate complaints.
So yeah, these a-holes are not just tying up the police, causing trouble for them, putting them at risk, taking away resources from people that need it, whatever. They're not only doing this, but they are also eating your tax dollars, because it is public defenders who are going in and having to defend these idiots against the charge that they've created, or against the charge that are brought up against them, because they can't afford to do it themselves, or they can't afford to hire an attorney themselves. So we're paying for it in a multiple ways, and it needs to stop. There needs to be a greater public outcry against these people, because they're taking your money.
Yep.
But straight up, they're taking your state taxes are going to cover their public defenders.
Yep. Here we are. Mallory, this is for you. Boop. Thank you, R.F. Richardson Jr. Thank you for coming out. Anytime you join, man, that's good for me. That works for me. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's true. Public defenders don't make money. They don't make much money at all. They barely can afford to. Everybody's, oh, you're a lawyer, you make a lot of money. It's like, oh, you're a doctor. Like, no.
You work for the state. You don't make shit.
You don't make shit. Whatever. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is that I want everyone to make sure to head over to the Plot Hole Podcast Friday. We're going to have this. The podcast is going to directly follow the first, or probably the second screening of the documentary for all channel members, patrons, producers, and people, the people who've actually appeared in the documentary. If you want to get involved with that, you can do simple things: becoming a channel member, a Patreon. You can donate to the PayPal as a producer. Or if you don't want to do any of those and you want to just wait, you can wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Friday, I will do one that's going to be open for everybody. Anybody who gets in the Discord, we're going to do that through Discord. So if you are a channel member, patron, or producer, make sure you're in the Discord, and make sure you DM me with your patron, channel member name, or producer name. That way I can give you that role. Fish Like a Girl says, did you play the trailer? No, but I will do that right now.
Is a computer code, an algorithm capable of differentiating between genuinely fake news and somebody like me who makes fun of fake news? I don't think it is.
In 2020, the beginning of a pandemic left the masses in what seemed like a worldwide lockdown.
And God forbid your channel actually gets deleted, then you're left with no income.
With the average American spending 20% more time on YouTube, content creators capitalized on the opportunity, hoping to bridge the income gap caused by the pandemic.
If they're saying that I'm pushing this bad, dangerous conversation, why wouldn't they just let me add that and make everything clear? because they don't give a shit.
But creators ran into new obstacles. Managing the ever-changing landscape of social media proved more difficult than most anticipated.
So, what happens now?
And there you have it.
Mhm.
Wait, press the wrong button. There we go. Boom. So yeah, if you want to get involved or if you want to see that early, you know what to do. You can do your thing. If not, just wait the 2 weeks. Either way, it's all good to me. That is in the Dallas International Film Festival. I was able to make it in for this. It's actually next year. March 12th, I believe, is decision day for that one. And I'm also in the Oak Cliff Film Festival there, JL. So
Nice.
Are you officially in the IFF, or are they making their selections and then you'll find out?
Today was the deadline, so I'll know.
If you've made the cut.
I'll know March 12th is that's decision day.
Okay, cool.
Cindy Sue for $5 says, just bought my husband beard ornaments on Amazon. He's going to be mad at you.
Nice.
Thank you for that $5. I appreciate that.
Badass.
But yeah, maybe I'll do this again. Maybe I'll get some more. See if I can't, double up or something like that.
Do it.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's do that. Make sure you check out Prime Red over on his channel. He does lots of awesome commentary on things like Bible Man. It's the greatest show ever. Said nobody ever.
Yeah, I want to do more collaborations with you guys.
Absolutely, we're going to be doing another.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing another reaction to 80s commercials.
Yes.
Got to do that soon. That was so much fun last time we did that because those commercials are just shit.
Yeah. And
Well, some
also,
of them are
I do-
awesome.
Some of them are awesome. Yeah, legitimately.
Yes, Fish Like a Girl. Yes.
I do have a live stream coming up on Thursday where I'm going to finish up with my Prime Reads Star Trek Broken Mirror, the comic series. I'm going to have a special guest on that who's going to be reading it with me. So I guess you check that out.
So put your link in the description. People are looking for a link to your channel. I'm gonna put it in the side chat and I'll put it in the description.
All right. In the StreamYard side chat or just the YouTube?
Both. Put it in both. That way I can just add it really quick. But yeah, we'll get it up there. Make sure. His channel name is Prime Red. We'll get you that link here shortly. That way everybody can go check that out. Extra J says, where's the beef? Fish Like a Girl, do you want a jingler or do you want just a regular? Let me know. For $19.99 American dollars, Fish Like a Girl says yes. I'm assuming you want a jingler. Let me find a jingler. Which one is it? One of these. Here it is. Ow. All right. You wanted it on the nose. Ah, that one hurts. There you go.
The hell, dude.
Look, you got to be yourself. You got to beat yourself up. There we go.
That's true.
Oh, holy Lord!
Oh, no. Eyebrows. We need eyebrows.
Eyebrows. Good.
Yes.
What are you guys doing to me? All
The
right.
eyebrows. We need like hanging off the eyebrows here. We need those.
Oh man, here we go. Let me put Prime Red. Boom.
Well, I can give you an update on as far as like the debate goes and everything. So Nephilim like contacted Empty Tune and just they were apparently trying to figure out what kind of format Nephilim will be happy with because we got to go by whatever he wants. And
that guy.
So we've proposed something. So Empty Tune ran something by me. I'm like, yeah, I think I could restructure my debate to fit that format. I think I could do that. I may have to tighten some things up a little bit, maybe drop a couple of things. But I think I can do it that way. Sure. Let's go ahead and pose that to him. And I don't think we have yet to hear about like what he says. I don't know if he's responded, but I'm supposed to hear back sometime to confirm.
Oh, Stephen Alley, member for 3 months, says, are those the light up ones? About to order them. No, I didn't get the light up ones because they wouldn't be here in time. Down. Oh man, that made my eyes water. Sticking on my nose like that. Oh, jeez.
Johnny, did you see the message? You saw the message I sent you about tomorrow, right? About tomorrow's episode of Week in Horror.
No, what did I miss?
I added something to the previous week anecdote.
Son of a bitch. All right, I'll check it out.
Okay.
I'll check it out tonight. I'm going to do this Brainy Beaver thing really quick, and then I'll check that out. All right. Well, tomorrow, speaking of tomorrow, make sure you tune into the Week in Horror. Listen to this guy down here, this guy right here, and then Alex. Right. It's going to be Alex. Yeah.
The three of us. We haven't done it. We haven't done a show, the three of us, in a while.
That's true. It's going to be a fun one. Because, Eugene's all on a cruise or something.
Yeah. It's the only way he could have gotten away from us.
That's true. It's international waters. All right, it's time to get out of here. Everybody say goodbye.
See you guys.
Why?
How much do I need to send to see that? See what? What am I looking at?
See what?
See what, Elizabeth? I'm curious. What are we seeing?
I'm curious myself.
We'll wait.
See them while we're waiting. So yes, thank you everybody. This has been awesome. Thank you for the invite to come on, Johnny. I appreciate it. It's always awesome. Oh, she said eyebrows.
I don't know what's fair. Whatever you think is fair.
Oh yeah, there you go. So I have another video coming up shortly. I don't know if I'll wait till next week, or obviously we have Week in Horror tomorrow. So we'll be doing Week in Horror Wednesday, 7 p.m. Y'all know when that is, and I hope to see everybody there. And that's and then of course more created content on the new rebranded channel Bridge the Divide. So, and of course my next live stream where I will be discussing some possibly large plans I have for what the hell I'm going to do in this big bad world.
Now those are on Saturday, right?
Typically on Saturday, unless something happens, then I push it to earlier in the week. So, or I'll push it like Tuesday or something like that. But most likely to be Saturday, probably early, so that I can get the input from my European friends.
Extra J says, when you plan on doing the 80s commercials again, that'll be over on Prime Red's channel probably next week. You think next week, Prime?
Depending on the day.
We'll figure it out. We'll get one of these days. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I had fun doing that last time, so we'll do that. Steve,
if you want to see the first one, the first live stream that me and Johnny did, that's on my channel. So go check it out.
Steamy Cup Reason says, how much to see you put a bone through your nose? It depends on the bone, and no. All right, me. Good to see you. Thank you for coming out. And Steamy Cup Reason says, don't forget the screening of Johnny O's documentary, folks, December 10th. Yes, sir.
Whoa, Mandy.
That's right. All right, it's time to get on out of here. No, I can't. I don't know. I don't know.
And I pushed you away.
Can't hardly wait. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate all the super chats, all the channel members, all the patrons, everybody who supports the channel. You guys are awesome. Even if it's just coming here, hanging out with us while we're putting stuff on our face. I appreciate it. You guys rock. I'll see you guys Friday, maybe Thursday for another Dingleberries and Klingons, and then Friday for sure with one of those, with that, and then the live stream and the documentary. Lots of fun stuff coming up. See you guys on the flip. Everybody say bye.
See you. Bye.